All right, you've just seen Lecky Legs busting out in that clip there. And if you're not familiar with him, he is an absolute dancing phenomenon out of Liverpool, going viral, videos all over YouTube. Pity Wildman's not here. Wildman was a big fan, loved Lecky's moves, and we were hoping to interview Lecky last year, but it didn't happen because of the pandemic and all the bullshit. But we are so glad he is here today, and he's brought with him Martin, who has got many stories, and he's going to be coming back in July to tell his life story, including being a doorman at Smokey Moes. And we've also got Richie Jones, who's with Jeff Allahead at the Ice Cream Robots. If you didn't see Jeff, Purple Aki and War Stories, that one is on the True Crime Podcast playlist. So Richie and Martin are going to be talking about their relationship with Lecky, how it came about. We've got a shitload of stories that Jeff sent in. So, and all the links will be in the description box below the video. If you want to support Lecky, if you want to reach out to him and book him for a gig, just go below the video. All the links are going to be down there. So, huge thank you for coming on, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah. How did you guys originally meet then?
I met my mate here, Martin, do you know what I mean? At a place of work, Smokey Moes. Sharp bouncer, you know what I mean? Old school, you know what I mean? And he knows his job, you know what I mean? Keeping the pointers happy, you know what I mean? Boys, cool, you know what I mean? And he's a brilliant man from Liverpool, brilliant actor, you know what I mean? And it was just mind-blowing that sometimes when I started to get to know who he is, you know what I mean? And I thought, this is somebody, you know what I mean? And, very interesting guy. And, enjoyed the times of when he's on the doors, you know, but there's a lot more to him.
Martin, when you first saw Lecky then, do you want to describe what was happening there in the Smokey Moes?
Well, when I first started there at Smokey's, I clicked with Jeff first, and Jeff would get the crowd going. And then I didn't really know you initially, did I? And I said, Jeff, who's that guy there dancing? And, Jeff would be getting them going, then Lecky'd be working the crowd, and they'd get them going. It was mayhem on a Saturday and Sunday night, and dance-offs, and everyone's taking photos of Lecky and getting on them, and there's all stag parties, and it's like a big Sunday night crowd there as well, isn't it?
They were great.
It's a bit tribal, and you get all the M parties and the stag parties and that, and but it can get a bit moody. Sometimes you get big gangs of travellers in, and they start fronting Lecky, and couple of times there, it's near gone off, like people trying to front Lecky, and he dances them away, just he just confused them, and
flying
confuses them.
The people's going past their eyes. A lot of these people don't like it. You get a bit aggressive, like. He said to Jeff, it's near gone off there a couple of times tonight. Who is this guy? And he said, that's Lecky, he's my mate. And he introduced me, and then,
Shaun.
The rest is history, ladies. Yeah. The three of us got on like a house on fire.
How long ago was that?
It's about 8 years ago, wasn't it? When
Yeah.
I mean, you were just coming through then, weren't you? Because he was, to begin with, you're the crowd pleaser, but, nobody knew the phenomena that he was going to become.
Yeah.
How famous he was going to become in Liverpool. At the time, everyone was on him, when he was... And him and Jeff just got this chemistry together. There'd be hardly no one in to begin with, and as the crowds come in, and the both of them would be working it together, Jeff on the mic, and Lecky, there's an energy going on between them, cohesion and that. And Yeah, he just from being, you know, just this guy who's just sort of, he was dancing a bit weird, a bit wow. Is he on drugs or something? He's stone cold sober,
Never,
aren't
never,
you?
I'm
Squeaky
sober,
clean,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't drink, never took a drug in my life, but the thing was there, it was like, you know, I don't need a drink, you know what I mean? But it did get a bit hectic, you know what I mean? The fact, you know, like Martin said, you've got all kinds of people I'm dealing with, you know what I mean? But I just front it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, you know, they get whatever they want.
Danced them away.
Danced away. Confused them.
Dance off.
I mean,
Richie, when did you first meet Lecky?
First met Mike, it's about 2016, would you say 2016,
I
17?
think so, yeah. That was when you were Adam.
Yeah, I was on an holiday with me cousin and best mate Dunbar, Adam Dunbar, and we went over with me, him and his wife at the time and his mum and dad, and then he decided when we got back, it was winter, about February, Benidorm was still
Benidorm.
what as hot as it is now. So we went back, and then he booked us again to go back, just me and him. So done that, and well, like, we were drinking, we were on the shandies and stuff, and seen this commotion in the pub, and I was ready for bed. I was ready to go back to bed, and then seen this big gathering over in what was a quiet club 10 minutes before this. I'd see this little shiny hat, you know, like, went over, I was like, is that doing flying kicks and that, spinning around? As I got closer, I was like, is that Lecky Legs? Because I never met him, but I knew him from his videos and stuff on YouTube and that. And yeah, I went over and seen him, and he had a big ring around him, like, it was like Saturday Night Fever, you know what I mean? He was spinning around, kicking, like shiny, I think it was black sequin suit at the time, wasn't it? With the Michael Jackson hat and everything, and nice colourful shirts, and he just absolutely took everyone by surprise there, and we were just all around. There was about 100 people around him, clapping, you know what I mean? It was like Dirty Dancing or something like that, you know what I mean, the film. And then, yeah, I introduced myself, probably a bit starstruck, I mean, and he's just down to earth more than anyone I've really ever met, really.
Yeah.
Just doesn't see what the big deal is, but you are a big deal.
I play everything down, you know what I mean? I'm just a normal guy.
I can vouch for him. He doesn't drink, because that night we offered him a drink and he didn't. And obviously, knowing him better now, doesn't need it. It's amazing, to be honest with you.
It's high on life, aren't you?
Yeah.
When did you notice you first had this ability?
I come back to that with my dad when I was 17 in Greece, you know, and it was like we're there, you know, we got to know a barman, and he took to me dad, and you know, before that I was like, we've had an argument with my dad, and I've got a moped, took a little journey around Greece, come back, then I've come back into the bar, and my dad had a few, and the barman's had given him quite a few, and he just enjoyed his company. And then I walk in, a little bit steaming, do you know what I mean? Because the heat affected me, you know what I mean? The fact, you know, my head was banging anyway. Some gets to me, I'm an angry man, you know what I mean? But cool as well, you know what I mean? So I'm walking back in the bar, and you know, some music kicked in. The barman makes a V-line to me, and you know, he gets to know that I'm the son of me dad there, who got pissed, you know what I mean? And he goes like that, get the usual drink and puts it all over me, lights me on fire, and I'm literally, you know, I'm on fire, and then there's where the dance moves come. Bruce Lee comes out then, you know what I mean? But from now, at the end of the night, the barman wanted to like pay me dad and pay me as an entertainer, but pay me dad to stay here.
Wow.
So it's not too bad, really, you know.
Yeah.
When your dad's a bit drunk and he can get that attention of a barman who can get your work, you know what I mean? So
Totally.
didn't think much of it. 17.
What dancing had you done before that?
I think I might just be a natural dancer, you know what I mean?
It just happened like that.
It's happened like that. Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, when I really think about it now, when you say that, you know,
Yeah.
it's at 17, you're getting offered work, you know what I mean, as a dancer.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, and, you know, like, I don't, at same time, Shaun, I'm like, very quiet guy, you know what I mean, even then, but I come out of my shell in a big way now, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there was possibilities there. I could have been like, you know, the equivalent of, I told this, you know, Jamie Summers, the top UK dancer, you know what I mean? And we're the same age. I could have went that path, but, you know, me and his, that was an holiday with my dad, and there was a possible like opportunity. I could have been an entertainer then. So
What were you like at the high school disco? Did you have a high school disco?
I never like things like that. Shaun, in our school, it was like where I come from, St. Bonaventure's. It was like, you know, it was, you didn't have them kind of things. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just straightforward. Go to school, and it was a tough school. You know what I mean? Thinking back about the teachers, like, you know, we had Coleman, who was a headmaster. Like, you know, he's very strict but fair, and I just look at his sound. You know what I mean? But nah, we didn't have any. Like, you know, discos at the end of the year or something like that. I never bothered. You know what I mean?
So music that wasn't your calling at that age, dancing wasn't
No.
your calling. What were you interested in at the school years? Football.
And you know, music. Like, I used to love the blues. You know what I mean? Like B.B. King and Robert Cray and Robert Johnson. That was my thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the big one was James Brown. Maybe that.
Yeah.
You know, like
I live in America.
I go crazy on that. And higher, Jackie Wilson. Do you know what I mean? And they, you know what I mean? They're my influences. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As much as I look white, I don't think I am. You know what I mean?
Did you have a lot of friends back then in school?
Be honest, I'm just like, I'm one of them guys who kept himself to himself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When a game of football happened and I'm in there, well, I was just not one for like, you know, I had mates, you know what I mean, but I wasn't the kind that like, you know, I mingled with whoever. I just like, so went to school with me mates and whatever, you know what I mean, and you come out to playground, you know, you kick a ball and, you know, it's just crap. You know what I mean? Didn't learn nothing. Didn't learn nothing in school. I was in the same class from first year to fifth year. So that says a lot about the classroom I was with. You know what I mean? Whereby my two sisters were in like A class or whatever like that, F, whereby teachers took more whatever, but yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we seem to have the same teacher, Mr. Brito, who's an ex-policeman. And like I say, Mr. Coleman, he was the headmaster, and I liked him, do you know what I mean? I had situations on, like, I suffer with epilepsy, and when them big assemblies come and you're standing there, teachers used to watch for me for fall, you know what I mean? So they put something in place with him, with the headmaster.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's deaf, I'm deaf, you know what I mean? And sign language is a what? You know what I mean? But, nah, you know, to be honest, school-wise, I learned nothing from it. Where I learned whatever was out there.
Did your sisters inherit the dance moves?
Sisters, can't tell you much about them, they're boring, you know what I mean?
You went through some hardships as a young person.
I see that part as well. I have, yeah, but it's hard to like explain it. You know what I mean? Because I don't really look at it at that time. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm too modest. You know what I mean? I'm just a humble guy that, you know, I just don't. With all that, whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In this room, with all that, whatever, hardship in some time, you know what I mean? But I think you need that to, you know, build yourself, your own.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? It's like, you know, if you don't have the knocks, you don't become like who I am.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, if you've not been through things, people have
You
been
don't
through
learn
things.
nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I
Makes
mean?
you grow up, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And
What
yeah.
it looked like to me when I first met you was you was having a bit of hardships, relationship problems, and getting you in a flat and that.
Yeah.
And then you're dancing and your notoriety and everything. You just got your act together and you went from strength to strength. And
Yeah.
Wow.
And that was help from Jeff
you seen
and
you dance your way into success,
Well,
into
it was
the
not
Liverpool,
going nowhere,
into the heart
Matt.
of the
You know what I
Liverpool
mean?
people.
Hey, you know, like
Yeah.
I had the support of his mates, who were my mates. Like I say, Brian the Lion and you know, and Tommy and Tony and Mal and a few others. The guys on the door, you know what I mean? They just looked after me, you know what I mean? And it was nice. It was nice to, cause you know, I'm not being funny.
It's a great
You just
atmosphere.
can't. In Liverpool, you can't be an idiot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right, Anna Mark?
Yeah, you need to be with the right people, don't you? Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was a great crowd there, great atmosphere in Smokey. Best job I ever had. it was really, honestly, me and Brian Cummer used to stand on the back stairs. We had Tommy and John, the two
Yeah,
headers on the front. We had a lot of eye contact and we all looked out for each other. And if anyone even made a move on him, just to get the bums rush.
Strike me.
Not that they ever did, really, because everyone loved them, but occasionally you get someone saying and have a go, wouldn't you? Occasionally, and we just sort of, we'd be right on it. Out you go.
Yeah.
I didn't
jealous
see
of his
half of
moves.
this.
Or dancing with the
I didn't see half of this.
We had you wrapped in cotton wool buds.
You know what I mean? It was like, when like in there, like it was just like, it was electrifying, you know what I mean? But it was I think it was a buzzing atmosphere for everybody, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying that just, you know, it wasn't just me. It's the people that work there. You know what I mean? The likes of Matt and the likes of Brian, the guys who've done the job. You know what I mean? The likes of Jeff.
Yeah.
Throwing the tunes out, and you know what I mean? He's a big guy in himself and he's a boss entertainer.
Yeah.
So, you know, Smokey Moes, I think they had the right setup, and the crowd, we pulled the crowd in, do you know what I mean? Maybe I touched with myself that I helped, do you know what I mean? But it was ongoing, do you know what I mean? It was all kinds of, you know, I was getting the opportunities to meet all kinds of big name people, you know what I mean? Like, I like to say, a boxing guy, a friend, Shane Neary, Shamrock Express, you know what I mean? And, you know, I got the chance to represent his lad, JJ Metcalf, you know what I mean? And I've got to mention Mandy, Shay's girl, who's a great friend, you know what I mean? This was all like a build-up of support, you know what I mean? I for whatever reason, people taken to me, you know what I mean? And it was just nice to get the opportunity to have time and make memories with these people I've just mentioned, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
all ahead of that is like never forgetting.
Yeah.
Me mates on the door.
Like a tight-knit
Never
family.
never forgetting me mates on the doors who you know, they're doing a job. And to be honest, when I think back all the dancing, maybe I might have kept them a bit busy. The fact that, you know, we the old set of people wanting to have a go.
In a way,
know.
you were you're part of the team as well, really, because I mean, you know, some of the kick-off merchants who wanted to snarl, they had to go anyway. They would have been causing trouble with someone somewhere, so. You know, to be front and Lecky, and then he'd come at them with all the kung fu kicks and all that.
To be honest,
legs are dangerous.
it was like I fronted anything. You know what I mean? I'm not letting nobody come near me, and that's not even taking on the fact of I've got respect for the guys who do the job. So I am very conscious about when I'm dancing. What at certain times, whoever comes in. Certain level of how packed the place is and how buzzing it is, and it's like, you know, as much as like from outside of all what's going on with myself, it's like I'm very aware of like I don't want to cause no trouble for the guys to deal with, you know what I mean? But like Martin said, if they just allow me to be a part of themselves, you know what I mean, which is like it was great, you know what I mean. It was just nice to like then get some you know we're top guys here.
Good fellas.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
part
It's
of the family, innit?
It's honest. It's the characters there, you know what I mean? It's like what I've been watching you know the gangster movie, the gangster series we've been watching Sopranos, you know what I mean?
Like
Well,
that, didn't you?
Yeah, Sam.
Good,
You know what I
innit?
mean? It's like I can see them all. I can see Tony. You know what I mean? I can see Martin in it. You know what I mean? I
Jeff.
can see. It's great. Break me balls. Who's that? You know what I mean? But you know, like I say, it's. I think what we bring in Liverpool is like there's lots of characters. Single me out, I'm just no different. I'm a character, yeah. Do you know what I mean? But I think at the same time as well, you know, I think there's lots of characters that like, you know, we're funny. You find that with Scousers, we're funny. You know what I mean? And
Boys from the
no
Black
chips,
Stuff.
no chips on the shoulders. You know what I mean? We understand.
Shit.
I mean, and it's nice. And I say this, it's nice to be a Scouse and to be like the fact this.
You do get a lot of characters in that pub in Smokies.
Yeah, and
absolutely,
it's
It's like it's built on a ley line, isn't it? It's like that.
Is it like that pub from Boys of the Black Stuff?
It's well, it's that culture. You know,
Yeah.
the Sunday night. You know, I was in a play by Dave Kirby called Lost Souls about that culture of going out to Smokies, the Yankee Bar, the Liverpool Arms, all them bars.
Yeah.
And that's you know all the Irish bars and down Charlotte Street and that. And it's the old Liverpool, you know, it's the authentic Liverpool. And you know, you get fellas in his 60s coming out in a suit with the missus all dressed up and all that, and it's a great atmosphere,
Yeah.
you know. And there's not a lot of trouble, but there can be, like, because where you are, you know, it's a hot spot because people are coming from St. Helens and all they get off at Lime Street, don't they?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
the first port of call was Smokies,
Yeah.
and it's right there, you know, it's iconic. You're right underneath the Dickie Lewis statue.
Yeah.
You know, you're right there. You're right in the heart of Liverpool there. I know they've built like Liverpool 1 miles out of Liverpool, and it looks like, I don't know, it's a little bit austere. It hasn't got that same
No.
Liverpool culture, you know, that feeling of the old.
So there's like
the
a
old
magical
Liverpool.
chemistry then, wasn't there, amongst the team?
There was. And, you know, when he talks about Brian Como, what a character, what a man. And, you know, if you have got I had a lot of problems myself with my relationships, and Brian had just, nothing's a problem, sort your head out.
cool.
And Tony Silvano on the front door doing Burt Lancaster impersonations. And Tommy and
Tommy,
John,
yeah.
Tommy,
I
John
think
from Seacombe. And he doesn't know anyone in Liverpool, and he's just steaming into people. He could get murdered, really, but he's got no sense of who anyone is, John, has he?
No.
He's a weapon. He's boss, we love him, like.
Yeah.
But, you know, that Seacombe's a different schedule together, isn't it? But, yeah, there was a great team, great atmosphere. And as I say, Lecky was a team member, and, you know, we all loved each other, we all looked after each other.
Yeah, it was great, like I say, what Martin's saying. The guys, I was well protected, you know what I mean? And it was like, it was nice. But I didn't, you know, it was like, and that sort of like, I think I was characters, I'd say that I've got about 19 characters in me, so I'm coming out with all kinds, you know what I mean? A little bit of Joe Pesci and this and that and whatever, do you know what I mean? In conversation with people, do you know what I mean? And more than just like, you know, people are coming over to me and like, there's been a couple of girls that meets up and they have a good time and they get chatting with me, and I'm just like, you know, like you do, you get having a chat going, and I'm like I am now, and I'm just, they say, oh, you're funny, and I go, what's funny about me? You know, how am I making you laugh? You know what I mean? And I come off a little bit like Joe Pesci. You know what I mean? I need to make you laugh. I need to entertain you. Your legs are not enough. You know what I mean? But it was great. You know. But like going back about the lads today, the fact that I did know that I had their back for me. You know what I mean? Because it's not. I've never known it to be a guy to, you know, to dancing, whatever, you know, like, I don't know what you said, Shaun, about the fact about, you know, did people think I was drunk or something, do you know what I mean? It's just like, I was the most sober person there, you know what I mean? I was well clued up. I'm seeing all people leaving their baggages, you know, people situations that you can see their bag, you know what I mean? And I was diversing myself from different people. So to be honest with you, that life, it led me to I threw myself into whatever that was about, and I quickly learned of interacting with people. You know what I mean? Because I kept myself away for a while. You know what I mean? Not interacting with nobody. You know what I mean? And going back to JR's, man.
Yeah.
I went there. That's where it first started. Me going into JR's bar, and I met this guy, and this guy was cool. One of the door guys, you know what I mean? And to be honest, when he first seen me in my overcoat, and I like, he was very pleasant. And another workmate, I don't know who it is. I think I don't know if you can put a name to him, March.
Shaun. John.
He worked on JR's, you know.
JR's is like the sister bar just round the corner. It's owned by the same people, but it's the same vibe.
He's well known there, you know what I mean? But his mate, this guy looked like, you know the movie called The Business?
I've not
with
seen
Danny
that
Dyer? The Business?
Yeah.
Aye.
It's me, the other one, the dark haired lad.
You know the guy who's tanned? The boss
fella.
guy. Well, his mate, the nasty one, I'm dealing with him.
All right, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he was a horrible fellow, wasn't he? Wicked. The cruel fella who...
Yeah, can you picture that guy? Have you ever met that doorman?
The fella, the big Greek-looking fella, big as...
Not him, no, his mate.
The one
His
that
mate who come off, who didn't like Danny Dyer. As,
bad wrong,
yeah, but this guy looked like the guy who you know, I thought he was taking the piss out of me, you know what I mean? I'm ready to I'm just on the scene, and I'm ready to just like, I'm just looking at it all up and down, and you're the big guy, aren't you? You know, you know what I mean? And he goes, "Do that move again?" And it's, who do you think I am? You know what I mean? Hey, is it all right in there? Got a bit of banter going, and you know, suddenly, you know, he's telling his mate, and And sort of a little bit, like I say, I was raw then, you know what I mean? I was like, hey, what's going on here? He's taking the piss out of me. But at the end of it all, he was just being a gentleman, but he's one of the first who spotted, like, whatever I was good at, you know what I mean? And then started to open the door for me every now and then, which I was a little bit like, taken aback. But when I think back, it was like, it was nice. He seen something in me that he showed me real respect, you know what I mean? And it's like, I don't know whatever it was. Did he think I was some kind of like a cray or something in my overcoat, you know what I mean? But no, he was decent.
What I witnessed a few times is like, you know, when you get people like, they think they're dead smart and you used to get everyone buzzing and the crowd going but they're not laughing with you, they're trying to laugh at you.
Yeah.
And he used to turn a bit and you'd front them and come at them and the dance moves would turn into kung fu moves and the fucking feet would be coming right past. I'm sure you kicked someone in the plums one night as well.
Yeah.
You know? I think there's a couple of times, you know, people get clipped and that, and then we'd all get over there and get them out. Like, but they deserved it, though. They deserved it. You know, it was warranted. He didn't just sit.
He shouldn't have got close to the toe.
He'd start taking the piss thinking that he was a divvy, and he's not a divvy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and then he turned then,
and
and rightly so.
Yeah. You know, but you know, I've got to say this about the guys as well. I used to watch me mate, and Brian Cummins, Brian the Line, he was brilliant. I miss seeing him as well, do you know what I mean? But I used to love it that, you know, and we had our little chats when I meet you up, you know what I mean? And it's like, they're all looking around doing the job, and Brian will be looking like there's certain women that like, you know, he's saying, you know, get in there. And I had a few of them from some of the lads, you know what I mean? In some way, I might have come across and winding them up, that I'm not getting up with all these women, which, this is what I want to say. I've danced with, I don't know how many.
Oh, yeah, all the women's doing near enough throwing the knickers at you like some Jones.
I mean, I'm just.
You get them going. It's like some ritual, like some ancient, you know, pagan sort of tribal thing, and especially like, you like the witch doctor frightening the fucking divvies off and all that. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Eye contact and all that and melting them, I mean, I've seen it
you
myself.
come at them like, wow, arms and legs and everything spinning round, spinning kicks.
What did you see, Richie?
I've seen him dancing with women before, and I'm thinking he could there, you know, if he wanted to, and he does. Half time he's not even interested; he's just enjoying the dancing. You know what I mean? But he's fucking got something in there. You know, you see men like the missus should have gone dance with him, and I'm thinking, shouldn't do that. Lecky will have him. But yeah, you know, the girls like to dance, don't they? The women.
Where they come from Wales or wherever, you know, and these are like a good friend up in London. I forget. What is it? He looks like Bruce Lee. You know, I forget his name. But his wife, blonde lady, you know what I mean? He used to bring in and want me to dance with her. So he did, but we struck up a good friendship, and he become like a part of the Smokey Moes team in some way. You know what I mean? And he's a nice guy. And I had a time whereby dirty dancing, like one of them big mad times, Martin, where like, I remember dancing with a friend who run the Penny Farthing pub, and she's a big girl, and she come over with her mate. I was dancing with whoever I was. Basically, I'm dancing with. I'm like an octopus dancing with all kinds. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? My legs taking a shake to some guy like that while I'm dancing. You know what I mean? Hey, saying hello to a woman. Okay, I'll be next. You know what I mean? And it's like then this scene whereby Jeff puts Dirty Dancing on. This big lady comes over to me, and she could dance, and I had to set up of all different types of groups of ladies, and this one comes over to me, like Martin would say. We formed a circle, you know what I mean, and then kicked into freaking Patrick Swayze, you know what I mean, and it's like, whatever I was doing. Where Patrick Swayze showed the girl up, I'm getting thrown up. You know what I mean? This woman's throwing me up under the legs and everything like that. You know what I mean? Back somersaults and that. You know what I mean? Clipping into not Michael Jackson into something else, and then all the cherry and all this kind of stuff. Oh, it was great. And then the Tina Turner, nut bush and all that.
Because Jeff would be ramping it up with the music all the
I can
time.
imagine.
And all the
And
classics.
it was a great,
I used to
great
love that
atmosphere.
Native New York Girl and all them 70s songs and all that.
Yeah.
I mean, it was. Well, and like I say, I'm sober every weekend, and I'm looking at the. You know,
Well, you used to go to me, watch him over there and all that as you dance past, because you make a lot of space, a lot of, you know, it's not like a moonwalk. He'd go across the floor like that. He'd be on a few beds over there and watch him over the handbags over there, or watch him and straight around the floor. That's
like,
style. No? It's
like
not.
a situation over me mate Brian. You know what I mean? It was like I seen him coming down the stairs, and he just got this person, and he just threw him out, and you know what I mean? And his chest out. You know what I mean? Sam, mate. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But it was great. It was so, you know what I mean? It was like, I think, sometimes I think about them times, it was just breeds. You know what I mean? It's like,
There was something happening there. There really was. You know what? You hear like hippies saying there was a scene, man, and it was happening. There was something happening there. The energy and the energy you was creating in the crowd, and you know, that's why I always say it's built on a couple of ley lines. That place on an Indian burial ground, but there was a scene, you know, and I mean that's what the script's about, you know, that time, because it was magical.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And many people played a part, you know what I mean? It wasn't just one guy here, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everyone I've just mentioned, all the guys, the people that worked in Smokey Moes, and not just Smokey Moes, it was, you know, the extended pubs, do you know what I mean? And, you know, it was great. It was a good, like, going back before it all started, it was like, it wasn't that busy really, Mark, was it?
No,
you know what I mean?
But
then the input of the band, you know what I mean? You got Ruby Blues with George Gallagher in there, and the Detroit's just as crazy as me, you know what I mean? I used to have a spot with them, and that was the thing with the bands then. I used to be very respectful because they're getting getting paid to do this, but they get me on, do you know what I mean? So the energy was flowing around left, right and centre, do you know what I mean? My neck and my feet were a part of it, you know what I mean? But it was great. Just a brilliant weekend. People come from all different parts of the country just to come down there. Obviously, you know, they knew it was the place to be, you know what I mean? And it was great.
Do you have all-time favourite music to dance to?
It's let's see, it's Motown music, you know what I mean? That really, like, you get the best out of me, you know what I mean? It's just like, you know, like I say, you got Tina Turner with the Nutbush, and then you got James Brown for Feel Good, and then mix it up with Michael Jackson, and then throw it all in, you know what I mean? I can go for 4 hours. You know what I mean?
Where'd you get the stamina from?
Do you know what? I have to say as well, you know, I'm not a boxer, but the time, the work that a boxer puts in, you know what I mean? I just pushed myself. I used to dance and have a break in where I was living, and you know what I mean? And I would just go crazy, you know what I mean? I just go absolutely crazy. So I got to a level of a pain barrier, you know what I mean?
Did you have to have a big mirror at home or something?
I don't need no mirror, you know what I mean? That's wherever I was dancing in a small kitchen, you know what I mean? Going crazy. I don't know how I got away with it by, you know, neighbours were knocking on the door, but they were sound, you know what I mean? I was deaf anyway. No one heard, you know what I mean? I'm on the top. Like the lighthouse, that's what I used to call it. It's the lighthouse. I never used to go out, you know what I mean?
Yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Me, Jeff, and him popped to Birkenhead town yesterday, and there was a guy busking with a bagpipe. I've got footage on my phone there actually. He just started. The Lecky legs went, didn't they, mate? For
Well,
little 30 seconds flurry.
yeah, it's just,
Was there?
It's quite good. I
just
got it on my
warming
phone.
up, you know what I mean? Go on, Lecky legs. It was about the fact that I'm back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
he said.
And the
then.
opportunity to like say, I'm still alive and kicking, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. What about your favourite Joe Pesci movie?
It's the I do like the Goodfellows, but I do like the one where he's Vinny. Vinny
Casino,
movie.
is it not
You know what I
Casino?
mean?
Casino.
Where he's representing his nephew.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, the Karate Kid guy, you know what I mean?
Is it the comedy one?
It's a comedy one, yeah.
Yeah, My Cousin Vinny, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the
yeah.
judge,
Class.
he's annoying the judge. He's
Got
not
this
there.
suit, was I
Yeah.
know you hate.
Yeah. He's tearing it open and like,
He's got a
yeah.
jag suit on.
Yeah. You know what I mean, with the frills and that, but that, you know, it's sound, you know what I mean? I loved it. You know
You're a
what I
fan
mean?
of De Niro as well,
De Niro, yeah.
Keitel.
Yeah.
We were talking about Taxi Driver, weren't we?
Yeah.
I've
Good film, that.
Well, this script that I've written for Lecky, it's got homages to all of those. It's supposed to be like a drama documentary, which was the idea originally. But when I wrote it, and I turned it into a drama, and it spins off into a little bit like Taxi Driver at the end. A little bit, you know. I don't want to say too much about the script in case. Because I've had things robbed in the past.
Right, yeah, plagiarist.
But it's got quite a few homages in it. It's got, you know, the opening scene, which is, you know, blatantly ripped off Saturday Night Fever, which is Lecky walking through Liverpool with the big shot of his, you know, his shoes.
Love
He always
those
wears
shoes, yeah.
crocodile pointy shoes and stuff. It's a good fella style, isn't it?
Hell yeah,
Wow.
look at them.
Yeah.
You see?
So
You
you've
wanna
got a
see
big
the other
close up
ones?
of
So
his
I've got these
shoes.
pointy ones.
Yeah.
These I'm a size 9. And I got, you know, when I was living in St. Domingo Road, when it all kicked off where I was living, a guy turned up with a pair of spats, black and white, and I liked them, but they weren't my size. So I cut, they were a 7. So I said, no worries, I'll cut the back and I'll lace them up. So for about a year, I'm dancing in it for a year, walking into JRs. We've got, there was a time where I'm walking into JRs, you know what I mean?
Out.
And top Motown singer Randy King is on, the best, you know what I mean? And I walk in and he goes, what's he calling? What was this? I'm trying to figure out the saying that he says. Look at the wheels on him.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's what he says about my shoes. You know what I mean? I was always sharp. You know what I mean? But it was great when it wasn't great for me really. You know what I mean? And my toes were crunched up. You know what I mean? Dancing around for a year. You know what I mean? Hey,
It's dedication, though, isn't it?
laced up from the back.
Yeah.
Hey.
You started
crazy.
doing adverts, haven't you, for a shop? Is it shoes and suits, is it, that you do the adverts for?
Yeah. There is like a sample of Adidas. There's in the process. I believe there's like I done like a Laces Out festival. There's a connection with Adidas, so I seen a sample of Adidas Laces Out Lecky Legs trainers. Hopefully they'll be in the shop one day. You know what I mean? But you know it's yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Better than
Jeff
spats, you know what I mean, if I get a pair of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Jeff sent a question. I don't know how you can answer this one. We can blame him. He said, ask Lecky about his aggressive wife.
This is not my wife, this is me with the I've just come away from a relationship. I don't know whether that's this recent one. But going back to the time when me and my ex, you know, me and Kirby girl, you know what I mean, and it's very tough. Family, because she's the niece of Terry Phillips, you know, the weightlifting guy. So didn't have a great time as a relationship with her. He had 3 kids, you know what I mean, and I was always being bagged. Dad didn't know nothing about it, you know what I mean, because it kept as you do as a lad, you know what I mean. You don't want to tell your parents, you know what I mean. Get aggressive. It was like, you know, times whereby I was like, used like a punch bag.
Oh dear.
You know, but I just wanted to, that's the hardship time, you know what I mean, whereby, you know, it's long gone now, like, but it's not on. You know what I mean? It's not on, but there's that every now and then, you know what I mean? Being bagged and get me back, and it's not great, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, Dad's picked up on something, and he just said to her, look, Michael, you're out that house, lad. You know what I mean? You're getting out that house, and he did say, I'm going to kill her. I'm looking at me dad, I'm going like that straight away, I'm going that. I'm not going to question it, you know what I mean? And my dad's a serious man. But he was a proper family man, do you know what I mean? And it goes from, it's like I'm watching the movie, the series I've been watching,
Sopranos.
The
Sopranos, you mean?
The Sopranos, not only the way he had the weight of everyone,
Yeah.
and coming back and getting whatever he's getting off his wife, you know what I mean? But that's how
Grief,
my dad was. He cared for everybody. He had so much worry. He took everyone else's worry. So I didn't want to be a part of it. That's the fact that he knew I was being used as a punch bag, and I wasn't saying nothing. But it's just me, I can't. You know what I mean?
Did you have a good relationship with your parents?
Me, mum and dad, yeah. You know what I mean? It was just, you know, it was sound. It was sound, you know what I mean? They gave me whatever I needed, you know what I mean? And I wasn't like a kid who asked for material stuff and that. It's just spot on, like, you know, old-fashioned values, smart, you know what I mean?
Fed and
That's what
clean, mate, yeah.
Yeah.
So, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, that's where it leads to me, like, I make the move from being in Liverpool to Wales. Then I don't know whether that's where it comes, like what Jeff's going on about, but
Jeff's been like a bit of a brother to you, though, and Jeff's been like a bit of a support brother.
Jeff and his wife Karen,
yeah.
You know what I mean, from day one.
Yeah.
They've been straight away. You know what I mean. Even now, you know what I mean.
Look out for you, innit?
Yeah, and now even Richie, do you know what I mean? And he's got to know me, and he's been there for me. And like I don't want to go harping on about like relationships. So you know, it doesn't work for me. No, I'm not bothered. I crack on with dancing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And you've never been in trouble?
I've never been in trouble with the police. You know, squeaky clean.
Good.
Squeaky clean. 53. Scouts are squeaky clean, do you know what I mean? And, you know, I had a situation whereby because of this Lecky leg, whatever it was, you know what I mean, I don't like to say big words, but like, you know, it's just like become a bit of a thing, you know what I mean? That living with my uncle, he's a part of the side of my mum, where I call it like the Reese side. It's a bad seed, you know what I mean? They're a part of it, problems, you know what I mean? And this going back about my dad, he found out like I had epilepsy, and growing up he'd say like, you know, you can do anything, and I was one. I had a touch of the Reese in me, can't. I can do anything now. It just kicked home to me. Eventually, what my dad was telling me, you're my son. You can do anything. But going back to what I just said then about the part of like seed of a reese crap. You know what I mean? They have that touch of like I think laziness, and you have the fact is like I don't entertain the fact that whatever my mum's side of the family about, you know what I mean? They're just like, I found out I'm a lot getting more like my dad. I quickly, I understand I have an epilepsy, but it doesn't stop me from doing things. Or they milk it on their side, whereby, I'm talking about jealousy and all this kind of crap. I don't have that. I have the full blown positivity. You know what I mean? I don't entertain all that crap. With all what was going on with me, I can get that feedback that they don't like the fact what I've done. They don't like the fact I speak the truth. They don't like the fact that I'll say something now and I'll do it. Whereby I did say, see these shoes, they'll be on my feet and I'll become one of the best dancers in Liverpool. That's from me dad. That when I get like that negativity, I won't do it. It kicks in like the part about my dad saying, you're my son, and I keep him alive in me, you know what I mean? And I could do anything. As long as I've got that inside me about my dad, I don't have, as much as I say, there's negativity all over the place, you know what I mean? And you don't know when it's coming. But I built my own confidence anyway. And that's where it comes out, the dancing. Yeah. And being honest, it's anger, but it looks good. You know what I mean? It looks good. That's where I put, when going back, when we were saying about the stamina, I'm in a fight. Not me, you know what I mean, but like, it's
This is what I'm talking about when people were fronting them, like, you see, like, the legs coming up there, there's a lot of venom in them legs.
And it's due to, like, I'd say hardship or whatever, the fact, that's how I deal with it. Keep away. You know what I mean? But I'm sound. Nothing crazy. Looks crazy. I wouldn't want to deal with him. Going back to what I was watching last night, the Legend, when I seen the two craze, you know what I mean? How they done that scene of like two brothers, you know what I mean? I thought, I wonder if man can create some kind of like,
alter ego.
Do you mean like Eddie Murphy done that type of thing? He played like more like about 6 characters in a film and everything like that.
Yeah.
Lecky hasn't seen the script yet. It's sort of keep it secret.
This is the first one I'm hearing.
It's a treatment. It's an idea, and see where we can go with it. I'm going to approach the Liverpool film office, and we're open now with there's going to be some funding for local projects now, after all the lockdown and stuff. And
What do your family think of your success?
I've tried to get to see my mum, and that's complicated. This is when I go back onto the fact that there's the disease in the house, you know what I mean? The name Reese. I class, like, the side where the name I've got, my dad's name, they're more outgoing. But as on the side, like my mum, I'm finding, like, sisters, they stop me from seeing my mum. Why is that when I'm squeaky clean? Why is that when, like, I have tried to come and see me mum and you stop me? Why'd you put things like you make a phone call to the police? They love me. You know what I mean? They know me. They've had selfies with me. I've done like 70, a gig for 70 police, women and fellas, you know what I mean? What, and going back to that I'm missing, I forgot to say, I got, going back to my uncle I was living with, to do with my mum, his brother. When I say a disease, that's how I see them. They can't deal with their own life, you know what I mean? And anything that looks good, like Mick Campbell's son, he's doing okay and popular, can't deal with it. Well, an uncle could get me into court for his TV licence, you know what I mean? That whereby the interaction with a judge just says, see you later. It was a funny story when I went there. He had this TV licence. This is how sly that side of the family are. I have got them, you know what I mean? But I'm living with him. Didn't know. He had his own plan to find some way of getting me out the house or cause trouble for me. So he puts my name on his TV licence. You know what I mean? He'd been judging it for 6 years. So he comes up with the plan of whatever, whereby I'm called into court. I walk in there. I'm not happy. Like Martin described little things about me. I am angry before I'm going in that court. My mate's calming me down. My legs are flying up and down before I'm going in. So as I open the door, I heard the whisper. There's the judge, someone else there, and I'm going, there's Lecky. So as soon as I heard that, you know, judge in that, you know, there's Lecky. So quickly in there, in the box. And I said, I'm sorry about turning up here. I'm sorry about turning up here and, you know, stupid, for what, you know, stupid, wasting your time, you know what I mean? But this is an uncle's problem, judging the six years of a TV licence. He looks at it for me and said, Mr. Michael Campbell, no worries, you crack on. And keep it up the dancing. You know what I mean? So I'm going down the red carpet. I went out the door, back in, I gave it a bit of a dance. Thank you. I went outside the courtroom in, you know, St. Anne's. I'm on the wall and I am dancing. But going back to that situation, why that happened is, it gives you a level of one uncle. And that's not just one uncle. Then you've got his brother. This is where I'm going back about how my dad, Tony, like, you know, from Sopranos. I'm getting a picture now. They must have been jealous of my dad. Yeah. My dad was a good man. They didn't like, I'm pitching certain times of when people used to love seeing him when my dad come in. They loved him, you know what I mean? So in some ways, I may get a bit of that myself, but I get that from the public. The real people, you know what I mean? Like my mum wrote me a letter saying, you can't choose your family, Mike. But it was a sign, she's reaching out for me, whereby my sisters are stopping me because I know why. There's a situation whereby I had kids, they never. They've got their own houses, whatever. They've got money. They're all about the money. You know what I mean? They're doing well. But they're keeping tabs on me mum. They don't want me to turn up and see me mum and do the general, like, I want to see me mum. So, it comes down to one thing. It's a will. I know my dad's put my name on a will. So that's where it comes. You know what I mean? So, that's the situation I need to sort out. Where I backed away, even though I've come back from living in Birmingham 15 years, I come back. I've been in Liverpool for a good while now. And I'm trying to go the avenue of, I'm living with this uncle who I've just told you about who got me into court. Chad, can you come with me? As like, you know, what you see what happens when I go to my mum's. Worst thing that could happen. Because he just goes stump. He's not there to back me up. He's not there to say whatever. So they're not reliable. You know what I mean? So I go to another brother who is in the bar where the Smiths drink, you know, the boxes, 4 boxes, right? And early on this is, before all this dancing like came about, I'm trying to find certain people who I can help me out to get away to my mum. And then I happened to see my uncle in there, who apparently was a good mate of my dad, but I know he wasn't. So what I said to him, I said, Tommy, I need help. I need you to be with me to go and see my mum because of this situation. And he just said something like, he said something that, you know, that ticked me off. I went, you know my dad, don't you? And he said something on the lines like I said, like, he's saying, I must have said something to him to say, what makes you amazing? I went, you know me, Campbell. That's what's amazing about me. You know what I mean? I'm good with words, you know what I mean? They don't get it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I come from a sharp dad, you know what I mean? And I have quick sayings, you know what I mean? But they, they're stupid. On the side of the reaches, not on there, you know what I mean? And but the point of it all, I just wanted him as a backup to come so he can help me out, see me mum. Didn't happen. Bit of a thing where he stood up to me and the boxes at the back, I didn't want to make any commotions, you know what I mean? I just said, look, I just had my peace with him. I walked on. That was me. You know what I mean? I'm just trying the best to sort of way to get to me mum, her family members. And then I said to Richie, I've got a cousin called Christian White, and he comes across so similar to Richie, how he speaks, and how he comes across, how he carries himself. But he's a musician. He's a top guy, you know what I mean? The other side of Christian is the side I say I've got erratic at times, you know what I mean? But it's like, I would say, mentioning about the craze, I'm the more cooler one. He's the mad one. So what happened there is he caught wind I'm trying to see my mum. So he goes to the door, rips the gate off, knocks on the door, sister comes out, and he's not doing it. He's being Christian White. He's not going to get nowhere. He's like, attitude. I might want to see his mum. What's the problem? Do you know what I mean? And, you know, that didn't help. But when I think about it done something. You know, it made a fun, you know, it's just, it did make something that happened, you know what I mean? But I just cracked on then. I just cracked on like, you know, my kids were there. Then there was just 2. My daughter I got to see my daughter now and then. She's got some disability, so she's in a situation whereby she's got this flat, and when I have to meet up with her, that's a situation in itself, because it's like I'm looking at her mum. Her mum who used to do the whatever to me, and she's got that in her. And I'm still trying the best to be a dad. And that's my whole thing about coming back. I just want to be a dad. Do you know what I mean? So all that dancing like, without anyone really knowing, I heard it. I'm not enjoying myself. I'm crying out. When I really go back about what I'm saying about the anger in the dancing, I'm crying out to get to my kids. And that's it. Do you know what I mean? That's all it boils down to. And as much as it looks like, yeah, he looks sharp, he can do the business. Yeah, you know, women, I'm not bothered. I just want to be a dad. So, in some way, I missed out as well. Because they're now this can't stand the fact that a man like my dad, he goes, everything goes to pot. And then it comes into greed in a house. It's buy a house with money. There's kids there. You know what I mean? I don't want nothing. That's not mine. Just wants to be a dad. That's it. And I do keep it all in. Because I try and be the best man I can be. Much of that looks okay. I'm not. I think I've got to a point whereby a time when I left and went to Wales and started there, it was for a start, but it wasn't. I was on my own. I was with a man who wanted to kill me. In the end, he put a shotgun to me. You had 5 other fellas put a shotgun to me. 8 o'clock on a Sunday. I just said, Polly, what have I got? What have I got to live for? Life. That was a waste of time. Messing around with me then. When I say about the rawness of me dancing, back then, I had no life. So, that's a situation whereby it's the guy my dad put me on to look out for me. When I wake out, he was running from a situation himself, from Liverpool. I went running. He just seen a spot, there's a vulnerable guy there, he'll be didn't realise I was his eye for some reason. Because I, in the end, tweaked to something. I'm saying, I'm getting out of this. I was put up in his caravan, there for 6 months eating Spanish onions. I look like an onion, you know what I mean? But it wasn't a great time, you know what I mean? It's like, I ended up smashing the place. And calling them up to say, deal with me. Like I say. I had no life in me. I had nothing to look forward to. And, it's like, sometimes you see in movies, a guy who comes to the end of life, he's thinking them thoughts, end your life. I just didn't want to live. But, it's just start, in the end, you start getting yourself together, you know what I mean? When you get someone who's put a hit on you, and he says, you get this shotgun in your mouth and in your back, and there's 5 guys there, and there's a kid to 7. This kid, his lad, Shaun, his lad, he's a big man, big giant haystack he is. I mean, going back to, like I say, in the time in there, it done me. That's where it comes to fact. I'll front anyone. That dancing like. I go in the zone. I'm seeing everyone that's hurt me. So that's where it gets the best dance. You know what I mean? I'm cool about everything now. Because my dad was cool and loose, so he told that down at me. It's just man up. Get rid of any crap in your life. And you understand? Look outside. Other people had worse things than yourself. So it's not that bad, really. Even though it is, I don't have it. Because my positive levels won't have it. So I am still dealing with stuff, but it's like I'm 53. I'm sound.
You're 53.
I'm 53. I'm
Holy
sound.
shit.
I'm sound. I was like, you know, like a I ain't going to say it, but I think I'm going to. I think situation I had recently as well with a girl recently who I was lived with for 2 years. Got kicked out. I ended up going back to Birmingham. And same kind of way I was at in Wales I've just described, I went back to that. So I'm going to a place where I thought it was safe. Being away from it for 15 years. But not realising I'm walking into the mentality of what I said about my mum's side of the family. Jealousy and all this. So I'm going into a pack or something. And something's going to happen to me. And it did. I'm there for about a week. I get pounced on. Smash my head. My face. Doesn't look like, you know what I mean? I heal quickly, you know what I mean? And I'm looking round at my so-called mate. Who I'm looking at him and I can see the jealousy of him. The shitbag of him. His son. This guy who done it to me. And they work in the profession of the ambulance game. Oh. What you call it now? Dangerous people. And I'm not dangerous. A man that works, who done the job on me, he suffers with, he shouldn't be in that job. Pounced on me head, smashed me head up, messed up. The guy who's so-called my mate gets off a chair, goes to the sliding doors, hiding his face. Son stands there, and they all saying, phone the police. I'm still standing after being, I'm standing, I'm not going down, I'm just being smashed. Knowing that he knows I suffer with epilepsy. So, coward like, you know what I mean? But, I'm getting told by my so-called mate's son, phone the police, you know what I mean? And I'm working out why for him. It's all angles. I come in a situation to help. It looks, Mike can help us, even at that situation. They're trying to get some guy who done this out the house. Trying to get him off the job as well. So our son can move in. It's a kind of worm that was not nice. When I thought it was me mate, and even his son says, phone the police, Dad. And he looks at me, says, yeah, it's up to Mike. I got it there, and then I just thought, happy days. I know where I stand here. It's not nice. This whereby, you know, it's a crime scene anyway, which I didn't report, which is only about 3 months ago. Whereby I've just come away from a bad situation, no different than that. And when you go back 20 years of what I had with me ex, so not the only good thing about whatever it is dancing was the dancing and the good people. That's what come out of it. You know what I mean? And but like I say, where my mate comes into it, it's always there, Jeff. He doesn't understand. I hope he understands that. I do understand. I do appreciate everything he's done. And the fact now, I've got to know Richie. I've got some, wow, from all what I've told you, I'm going to be an opportunity to express myself in a movie, and I'm involved in everything positive, everything's good. And yeah, I'm 53 and I can smash anything. I can take anything. I've had me fucking, need me hardships. That's built me to deal with whatever. So anything else that comes at me, I'm sound.
Even recognise you over in the woolly back country in the Hoy Lake with me, don't they? Do you know who he is?
Yeah.
You know, what I mean, taxi drivers and
I'm sorry
people
about
that
that
had
as well.
cars
You
and
know,
No, I appreciate your honesty.
No,
no,
I'm,
it was good.
That's, you know, when I've seen you dancing sometimes, you've just answered, well, you know, I look at you and I think how inspired you are. I'm wondering, you know, with the, you know, this is one of the themes that I put on the script, and it's not just a spoof, it's you know, it's for real. It's like, you know, you're connecting with yourself on a higher level, on a spiritual level, and when you just described all that to me, I could just see, you know, some of these shots I love to do, you know, and with sort of images going on that you're seeing while you're exercising all your demons, really, aren't you?
yeah.
You know,
There's other ways, other people,
And it is that.
their demons is they're drinking, know me, and I don't want to lose my control.
yeah, you're blowing a bit of steam off.
Yeah, and during when that dancing like,
Yeah.
I am very aware. Like
That's where the energy comes from.
I do love the interaction with boxers because it's like it is like I've got sort of ways of like how to deal with situations as a boxer. You know what I mean, it looks like
But you go a bit capoeira as well, don't you, with the legs coming round the back and all that. It's like a bit of a dance and
That reminds me
a bit of kung fu going on there.
But Dunbar and Benidorm used to always joke. He's only messing around. Dunbar is like, I was seeing Lecky in a fucking shoe while I dance some kid's mouth.
Yeah.
You know, like some lad's mouth.
Yeah.
Come off in it in the mouth like a ninja star.
Yeah.
Used to make me laugh like that.
well,
But that's just how energetic he is. And doing roundhouses and that.
that was people used to say to me about Benidorm, man. I went entertained by as I've never been, and I went there. And I said, I'm getting some guy who owned the Planet Benidorm, and he had something to do with the old town. He comes on the plane, and he shouted my name. I didn't know nothing about him. In the end, we got chatting. He was a blue, Evertonian. And he was just like wanting to selfie with me. He's the guy that Benidorm doesn't run because he's got the control over the beer. So that was like a start of me a journey of like I'm preparing myself to something that everyone's telling me they all go to Benidorm and it's a place to just release whatever and get whatever you get up to there. You know what I mean? But I'm going in a different place now than as much as like I'll say with how I went to get myself getting out to go into town of Liverpool. That built me for Benidorm. I was well up for it. I knew. It's just changed a different level of what I have to be. You know what I mean? So I had a plan of 4 days I'm out there. So when I got there, I got settled. I met a good friend, Frankie Gallagher. He was the shameless guy. You know what I mean? Show me around. Quickly, I was out and about, promoting myself. People getting on me. Owners, bars, people to do. Even the side of like, I know who run it. Russian people, Russian gangsters, whoever, you know what I mean? Then it's the bouncers, Moroccan bouncers and all this, they're on me. It's just quickly, everyone was on this guy who was just dancing like a lunatic. I was a lunatic going up and down in a suit, you know what I mean? Like he says, sequin suit, you know what I mean? And as hot as anything, but that's even better. The hotter, the angrier, the better dance, you know what I mean?
Flip-flops everywhere.
You know what I mean? And my eyes were everywhere, and it just
Excellent.
you know what I mean? I'm on my own.
Yeah.
And I dealt with it, I sorted it, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's not on drugs or drink. I can carry myself well. But then I'm getting up to the part of the side street of where some acts are out on the street. You got a laser man, and then this Russian dancer, pole dancer. he's giving a nod to this Moroccan guy, and he's a little bit shady about coming over to me, and he's going, whatever to me, and who are you talking to? You know what I mean? And we didn't think none of it, and I then allowed him to, no, the lady, and she's going like that to me. This is this Russian lady or Polish lady, top dancer, pole dancer. So I'll go up there, just looking around at everyone, lady, man, popping over and chocker. And she's going to get on her stage. So as she goes down, I'm on her pole and I'm doing the business on the pole and I'm the lady like that.
It.
So I'm doing all whatever I'm doing, right? And I'm looking around at people. The women are loving it, you know what I mean? The fellas are liking it, you know what I mean? And she gets up and starts getting involved with me. So she's going like that then, you know, all her money out of her side here. What she had on? Not much. You know what I mean? It's like slipping them down my pants, you know what I mean? So I turn it around, and I'm giving it whatever. I'm on you know, this pole's getting a bit slippy, you know what I mean? So after that, I just went like that, sound, there's the money back. I give her the money back, jumped up the pole, on the floor, slid off like Michael Jackson. That was in 2 days, you know what I mean? But then it come like, and I started to bump into, because there's a lot of imported Liverpool people.
Yeah.
So they all know me. So
I was getting mobbed, like, wasn't you? I seen in front of the veranda.
Yeah.
Sorry to
Like
butt in.
you said,
Seeing in front of the veranda, you're getting mobbed. You
like you said
big
that.
crowds following up to see there he is again, look.
It become as much as like Martin's explained how it all developed, you know what I mean? Martin Town, you know what I mean? The input I had.
Phenomena.
That just went, I'm on a plane, Benetton, punching that, what a bump! Kicked in.
Yeah,
I mean, and it's like everyone's on me.
Well,
you
it's
know
like
what
a man of the people, though. It's like you're famous with the people without ever being on the telly, and people know you. Do you know what I mean?
That's the whole
That's
thing
amazing.
as well.
That's sort
It's
of,
the Liverpool people that made me famous, and I don't like that tag. I'm just a nice guy.
Yeah, well, I don't think you expected it,
No,
did you?
no,
You
you
know,
just
it just
don't,
happened.
you
It just...
Was it videos going viral and stuff like that helped as well?
Yeah, well, it's with the phones now, that generation that we're in, and the media, that and you know, the reality shows. But there was this, you know, being just genuinely like
Known by the
all the
crowds and
people who come in the club, and you know.
then someone gets a phone out and there you go, yeah.
Just
I saw
known
you
by-
first online. Like,
I just had it was just it was just like
Everyone knows
every weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The cameras are there.
There's probably people who pay good money to, you know, have a publicist that could do that for them.
There's loads on
And
YouTube, isn't there?
he's just done it.
he just
Yeah.
does it with his legs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The name as well, it's a cool name. I just
it is.
remember
It is, isn't it?
Richard,
Lecky Legs on YouTube, and I was like,
Jeff
Liverpool,
saying
yeah.
with the Lecky cars, the Kessler Lecky Legs, advertising the
Yeah,
Lecky cars,
yeah,
the Kessler
yeah.
cars.
I was seeing one I've been seeing as well. It's like things popping up of like sitting things on the telly to do with like Lecky leg up or something like that on the television, and then I seen something else, a brand of this, and then I'm looking down, only recently looking down on some Instagram, and I'm pretty sure out there someone's making money out of my name. Do you know what I mean?
Elon Musk.
Pardon?
Elon Musk, the Tesla guy.
I love, you know what, Jeff's gonna love what
You're
you
more
just said.
popular than Jesus.
I wanna give a shout out to him. Say, look, you'd be good to invest in a Lecky with a Lecky car. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean?
Lecky
It would be
bikes
good.
on,
I'm
yeah.
glad you said that, Shaun. Do you know what I mean? And the fact that he's from South Africa, isn't he?
I don't know.
And
he
I've got
is,
family out there. And you know what? We were just in a taxi yesterday, and we met this lovely guy from Birkenhead. 7. He was a Birkenheader. When he went to South Africa, he lived out there.
He was a Johannesburg.
And from Birkenhead to the lingo, South African lingo. He was Air Force, wasn't he?
Yeah, Johannesburg is it?
Johannesburg,
Yes,
yeah. And I've got family members out there. So I got a good feeling. Him up there, my dad put me on. This is what I say. My dad puts me on to these people.
It was quite,
He died.
it was quite weird, like a mad thing. That one, we just got out. We just went shopping for some food, and I don't know if you've heard of the Coral, the band from Wirral. They're quite big. They've been on Jonathan Ross and Pyramid Stage in Glastonbury. We just seen like the drummer. Then in the next one, I seen the bassist and one of the singers.
You've got Marvin.
Have you seen Marvin Powell as
Yeah.
well? They're all like big indie rock and roll bands like. And
I've done Glastonbury 10 times, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and then we got in a taxi and this fella who's from Birkenhead originally moved to Johannesburg. And we've just been
He
speaking
mentioned
about
something.
that, what we've just been mentioning then, the electric car guy.
Yeah.
It just seemed like I don't know. Like it was meant to
But
be
the
like
fact you
a
mention it, you
sign
know
or
what I
something.
mean?
Elon Musk, synchronicity.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like a little sign, I don't know.
Yeah,
Not
but
that, like...
I take on, like I said, like even Richie does, certain signs of people who come in your life. I suddenly, lots of that was happening through that dancing as well. When I'm meeting certain people, why am I talking to you? Why, you know what I mean? Or I do have that thing whereby my dad is guiding certain people in my life because he understands. He understands of whatever he's left behind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm not being crazy or sick about that. I believe that there's something in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like Wild Man's looking out for me as well.
There you go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like people
Alright.
who come home from a night out. Have you ever known someone who comes home from doing his gigs, going then straight to the club, dancing, and he's going home, he can't go sleep because his leg won't let him. So he's up about 2-3 hours afterwards. So he's been dancing on all day, all through, like say 2 gigs a night or whatever. Goes in the town, does it there, and his leg is that in pain. That the only way I can get over it is the pain barrier, just dance like that.
Kick your legs
whatever.
off.
And then I knock myself out, you know what I mean?
Wow.
Well, I don't have no kind of medicines or nothing like that. I just crack on, you know what I mean?
How did you end up partying with a load of police women?
That is like a funny one. That like it's interesting, you know what I mean? That happened down not far from here, Dale Street, next door to the what is it? The bottom end, March. You know where the flyover,
Yeah,
the very bottom of the
By the tunnel.
Dale Street. You've got like a Chinese place there.
yeah.
It's like a place there that I think I went to the Chinese. It's there that go round and then down like under.
Yeah, under the
You know,
Mayflower there, there's a little Chinese nightclub there.
That's it, yeah. And I went down there, right, and Jeff told me about this gig, and that's police women. He said, yeah, such and such a name, and I said, what time have I got to be there? I turned up. Music kicks into beat it. I'm coming down the steps, and I'm just seeing around me these. I'm entertaining the police women, so I was to the other side. Now I'm going to give you what you want. You know what I mean? So I'm a little bit excited. You know what I mean? I killed the excitement and just cracked on. You know what I mean?
I was picturing that scene.
But yeah, it was 70. 70 police women. It's not bad, is it?
It's not bad at all.
You know what I mean? Hey. At least you got them watching your back.
Is
you know
that the
what I mean?
one where they're coming out one by one to dance with you?
Is that, I've not seen that one,
Well,
is
it's just a bunch of women, and they're coming out of the crowd one by one to dance with you, and you're just blowing them away on YouTube.
it? Size 9
Yeah.
out.
That might have been like in the parties, the gigs that I've done. Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
but I had a time where I come out of Smokey Moes and I got thrown in a taxi by these 5 women. They wanted to pay me to go to the club with them. I mean, I've done.
Do you offer that service?
They just grabbed me in a taxi, threw me in, and We come down here, I'm on they've got me on the deck. You know what I mean? He took me up to a Concert Square way, and then
I can imagine you in Concert Square.
you know what I mean? I'm up Concert Square way, right? And it's like they pay me in, and it's like you've got lights on the floor. They're going over to the bar and they're checking me. They're checking. I'm staying.
Still there.
You know what I mean? So quickly got the drinks and whatever. Got me something light or Coke or something. And we kicked in. I just smashed them. I'm off. You know what I mean?
Have you had any billionaires reach out to you?
I've had a couple, yeah. I had like, you know, like I had a guy, a neighbour, his friends, his mate, his son-in-law, come to check on his father-in-law in Liverpool. This guy owns things to do like set up like butlins, but he's got like up in Essex, you know, like the butlins setups all over the country. He had a few of them, and he's talking to me as having a meal, paying for a meal with 13 of the lads, you know what I mean? Saying, you'll work with me one day. I thought, looking at the food, looking at how much the price is, I'm thinking, who do you think you are? You know, you think you can, well, I'm not impressed, you know what I mean? I don't even like the food, you know what I mean? But I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like, you know, when it's all go, you know, I like, it's like, okay, you're rich, lad. I'm richer than you. You know what I mean?
Like that.
I'm richer than you, do you know what I mean? And that's not breaking me balls, you know what I mean? But you have all the headaches of what you've got. Well, obviously worked hard, do you know what I mean? I'm just saying, someone like him, he just throwing his wealth about, you know what I mean? I'm sound, keep it to yourself, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't think I'm some kind of clown idiot dancer, because I'm not. But I used to love being out with his father-in-law, John. He was blind, you know what I mean? But he's cool. He's just like, you probably seen this guy here, Matt. You know some of the faces. You know, can you remember a big hefty guy? What's his name? He's nasty. He'd come out with us, bit of attitude, you know what I mean? Bald-headed guy, hefty.
What from Smokey's days?
He used to come in Smokies with the lads, with some of the lads I'm talking about now. Older guys. What's his name? Me mate, Mike. I know loads, you know what I mean, but I can't get the second name. But situation with this guy, big, like hefty guy, you know what I mean? Like he could do MMA fights or something like that, but he got a bit funny, you know what I mean? He sat with this billionaire guy. He's just act dumb, you know what I mean? As if like he fell asleep. He doesn't want to pay. Eat the food and go to sleep. But he used to have a bit of a thing about the fact that the women that come over to me. I come to a point where I was affronted them, do you know what I mean? It was like, I don't know, he would have smashed me. Well, I have this thing where I've lived my life and I've been around all kinds of big, little fellas, big fellas, and I know how to just deal with the big fellas, you know what I mean? You just stand your ground and say whatever it is you gotta say, and if it's, you know what I mean, they're not that intelligent enough or something, you know what I mean? Because I talk like, oh yeah. So as much as like I'm like a Rottweiler when you let me go, you know what I mean? But don't try to be the big hefty guy on me, because I'm sound, you know what I mean? I can go down, come back up, go down, come back up, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, you know, and even now, I just said all that, I don't like to talk like that. I'm just explaining the situation of plenty of things have happened, you know what I mean? And billionaire, yeah, I had another one whereby I done you know, from Birmingham, a billionaire booked me, been checking me out for months. Got someone from here, from Liverpool, to get hold of me. And he got a sofa-driven, whatever, driver to take me up to Birmingham with me mate Jeff. And it was his birthday. I know where I'm going, private party. Never been, but I got a gist of the setup, you know what I mean? Not many people there, but obviously going to be some celebrities or named people there. And I'm in my sequence thing again. Jeff in the back. Fella offers him bottles and bottles of lager. I said, smash them, lad. You know what I mean? I don't know. I've got my headphones in, preparing myself for what I'm going to do. So, he's absolutely gone, Jeff. Like I say, it's his birthday. So, we get there. And outside, there's a bodyguard. We get out, introduced. He takes me into the guy who's booked me. Met the guy, Naz, and he was nice. He's just straight off. He's obviously checked something, like certain things I've said today. He wants me to cool down. So he's aware about how that dancing's about, you know what I mean? So it's nice to get that, whereby it's like, he's just going to have an easy night here. It wasn't. I just give them what they... I'm meant to be nice and cool. Yeah, I was 100% cool when I was doing what I was doing. But I'm looking around, I'm getting introduced to Daniel Lloyd, which means nothing to me. A model or whatever she is. Met singer. What's her name?
Michelle something, did you tell me about it the other week? The story you told me about? I can't think of her name now.
She's a lady from Liverpool. She's made a good name for herself, singing wise. Whoever she is. She's a dark lady, like, good singer. But she tends to go with the fact of what Daniel Lloyd about. I didn't like it. Over in the far corner, I met something nicer. Daniel MacDonald, class. She was rated to be like a Kate Moss. Stunning. Yeah. But she had the same values as myself. You know what I mean? Proper decent. Didn't like the whatever, whoever else was there, what they're all about. But she's worked hard in there, like, but I met her at that party and she was class. She was like, yeah, you know, like that movie with Carlito when he meets that ballerina dancer, you know what I mean? And it's like, yeah, you know what I mean? And, well, I had a dance off with Jeff, got called by Daniel Lloyd to have a photo with me. So, the bodyguard comes over and said, no. But she called it, so I just like prepared myself to have this photo, even though I'm working. I've done a bit of dancing, a little bit there, but she wanted photo, so I'm like that going, yeah. As the ready to click, I'm off, so I swerved there. So it looks like it was in the photo, but I'm swerving you. I'm not interested. You know what I mean? And then I had a dance off with the other lady I said, who's from Liverpool. Brilliant singer. But how that ticked me off. That ticked me off then. I'm thinking, you come from Liverpool? But I am, and like I've had situations with girls where they go, you're funny, and I'm thinking, I'm going the opposite way now. I'm turning it the other way. You forget where you come from. You know what I mean? You're in this crowd, you know what I mean? This and that, whatever, you know what I mean? This is living it up, is it? Hey? You know what I mean? And I just went on one. Legs were going everywhere. Side kicks, whatever, over the head, whatever. As I'm doing all this, I'm talking to her. I'm talking to her. So how would you talk to a sexy girl, you know, while you're doing all that? I'm an octopus, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Funny, like, you know, in the process of all that, my neck's turning that way looking at Jeff. He's manhandling everyone. You know what I mean? So it's like, alarm bells, where's the bodyguard? There's another one, there's one there. And I'm going like that, I've got to suddenly calm down here and go, whoop, be there for Jeff. And the billionaire guy goes like that, he says something that I didn't like about Jeff. You know? Look, it's just bit, he's enjoying himself. I didn't give a crap about the fact I'm there to entertain. I'm looking out for me mate. I don't care about money. I just went into the driver boat. I'm looking after him. You get smashed, but he's in a different place, and it's his birthday. It's his birthday as well, the billionaire guy, you know what I mean? He's throwing the money out to whoever he got there. You know what I mean? He's building the surrounding like, this is how good I am. But you can't wipe the floor with my mate, yeah? You've been in the armed forces, you've seen things, he can entertain you, and you can't give him the time of day, you know what I mean? He's a lot better. Wipe the floor, you know what I mean? I've been in that world of people with that kind of wealth, you know what I mean? And this is not on you either, Shaun. You worked. I understand what you was about when you went out to America, stockbroker, you done brilliant, you know what I mean? As using your card as a student, brilliant. The dream that you had under the tree, you and your mate there, talking about what dreams you had, you know what I mean? Brilliant. You done it, you achieved it. Whatever else after that, even that, it's dangerous. You're still alive though. You got the stories, you know what I mean? And you had everything. But I think you might be a better man now. Even though the fact of the situations you got involved with, and the kind of, I love that. I would love them kind of interacting with all them gangsters and nasty whatever. I'll give them a 4. You know what I mean? And I mean that.
Dance them
and
away.
I'm not joking. Because I come with, I don't have nothing inside me, but I am a force. And I can't be bought by people. You get on drugs, whatever, do it. I mean, there's money in it and all that. There's other things behind that as well. I mean, which I don't like. I'm just saying as well. I like, I've lived to 53 and I've been very lucky to swerve any kind of temptations of anything, you know what I mean? And I'm a millionaire myself because of the people I've met, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That I'm lucky. As much as my hardships or whatever, so what? You know what I mean? I'm still alive. I'm ready for the next dance, you know what I mean? I won't turn up. But like I do, the fact, the things you achieved, you know what I mean? And it's like, the people you met, and I love Michael Francesi. I think he's brilliant.
Shout out to Michael Francesi.
I would love an opportunity to maybe chat with him or something, but I do, because I understand his struggles to what it was thrown at him. But he's a man. And out there you are gangsters out there, the big whatevers, you know what I mean? From behind that, you haven't got balls, you know what I mean?
And he's such a gentleman.
But he did.
He's such a gentleman, isn't he?
He is a gentleman.
He never speaks badly about anybody.
No.
He's just so polite.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's nice, isn't it?
You know what I mean? I try and be in some way I can see a little bit. Why do you like him? Because I can see little bits about myself. You do that in life. You can see that in certain people.
Yeah.
And and what his situation to be in prison, and the way he held his own and comes out, and now he's done all these talks, about religion. No, there's more to it. You know what I mean? He's got that. He opens his heart to that. But the man offers a lot more. You know what I mean? Because the life he was walked into and he did do is built him to be the guy he is.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I think he's brilliant.
Yeah, me too.
He's like
Definitely.
boom, boom, Ray, boom, boom, Mancini.
Yeah.
Brilliant boxer. I understand there's something going on between himself there's a project between Michael Francesi that's offered to be Mancini. I won't mind getting involved in that. I've got a car for you if you can get to.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Of course.
And I have messaged him, but I'm not too sure whether I'm just getting like, what do you call it? Like it might be a system whereby I'm sure I was speaking to him, but after leaving a few messages, not overwhelmed messages, I'm just testing if I really got, because I messaged Martin about Ray Mancini and he was telling me
Yeah, he's a bit
about
of a
him.
hero, man, Mancini.
Amazing
Great
boxer,
fighter.
wasn't he? Young
And
town he was from.
Remember that song, Boom Boom Mancini was fighting Robbie Chicone or the O'Malley in the 70s, the mid-80s. Yeah, it's like an iconic song.
Yeah.
You should listen to it.
Yeah.
So what's your future ambitions then?
It's still the fact I just want to, I just still crack on, you know what I mean? But it's the name of my dad's name in the lights of Vegas. And I'm going to do it because I made the opening to do with a dancer, Jackie Wilson's son, Bobby Brooks Wilson, who's connected with Bruno Mars. Who now I'm like, I'm pretty on the network. I'm there, you know what I mean? Bang. Who do I need? Michael Blakey. I've worked out, I've done research on this guy who's from London, who's the president of Virgin Records, and he does real estate. He's buying lovely watches. Every video's a lovely watch, you know what I mean? But he's good, man. And I see, as much as he's worked hard in his life, I see myself in him. But he's got the money. But he's spending on the Rolexes.
You've got the inner wealth.
Yeah, well, that's best.
That's why I say I'm wealthy. You know what I mean? As long as I've got my health, I've got great people behind me. Do you know what I mean?
That's what matters.
And like, but I sent a text, I will say this, I sent a text who, it's not easy to send and get a reply of a billionaire, millionaire, or a trillionaire. I can't say it. Can you say it?
Trillionaire.
Yeah.
Trillionaire.
My ex, who I've just got away from, ticked me off. And I'm looking at this. I've got his name on my mind anyway. I'm like that on Instagram. I'm going to message this guy, Michael Blakey. I've watched him on YouTube a few times and I like him a lot. I like what he's about, you know what I mean? He doesn't do the party scene, doesn't drink, doesn't get into the drug scene, which he could have. He's a proper, decent man in that industry of TV, movies, music, the whole work. He's the full shebang, you know what I mean? And I sent this message, ice cream robots. Get on the hottest bands in Liverpool, do you know what I mean? Get on Lecky Legs, I'll smash you. Bang, 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 whatever little messing. Straight away, 2 minutes, champagne glasses. So I got to him. I got a reply, which is enough for me. He doesn't drink, I don't drink. Why is the champagne glasses? You know what I mean?
Could be a secretary, like.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Could be, you know what I mean? You don't know.
Got a reply, like, what,
You know what I mean? But, yeah. But I've messaged the sitting team that's around him. But I look at watch him and I say, man, all I'm doing is, I'm going to say, if you can get a message in any way, in whatever way you can do it, Shaun, like if you got a team that can get a message to Michael Blakey, you know what I mean? I appreciate it.
I'll have to look into that for you.
You know what I mean? It's like,
I can send a message to Michael Francis for you. Yeah.
I would that would be like, cause I don't get starstruck in any way. I'm not even saying that I would with him. I just don't. He's doing what he's doing, which is all, it's good. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I think like, you know, in that world that he got out of, he got himself out of that. He's still lying out there to someone. Is it something on? Is he thinking someone's gonna whatever? Is someone gonna hit in the way that they think? You don't know, do you? But it travels around, and when it's all about putting the bet on Michael Frazier across, you know what I mean? And in some way, that's all I ever tried to do myself. Give the best me Campbell.
So
know what I
that's
mean?
it, mate. That's it.
Like, looking ahead, my plans is do Vegas, entertain Bobby Brooks Wilson and his dancer Jojo. Yeah, something with, if you can, Bruno Mars, get on us. You know what I mean? Michael Blake, get on them, get on us, get on the Ice Cream Robots. You know what I mean? It's all good. Get on the movie. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
well,
Your
I've
input,
got
your
the
input.
idea in the script, and that's where, you know, that's what Dead Man's Cars started with, you know, a basic script from me and an idea and the enthusiasm, and, you know, I've always felt, you know, and I back her up 100% by writing the script, it's a story that, a Liverpool story that needs to be told, you know.
It's like I get on the fact about that reply you sent me, man. You know what I mean? It's like I felt his energy. Like you could see, like he said, 100%. Yeah, you know, you. I'm behind it. I want if I want to. I hope I hope it's going to happen. It's put, you know, the funds to this movie, whatever you need, Martin. Do you know what I mean? I'm 100% to give you every character you want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And involvement with what's going on with the band. I've told myself, like, I am an octopus, you know what I mean? So I've told myself into everything. As much as I want to have a chat with Michael Blakey and Michael Francesi and boom, 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 Mancini. And Branco, Lilo Branco from Bronx Tale. No, the actor Lilo Bracati.
Can't remember it now.
Bracati.
I know what you mean.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was in The Sopranos as well.
You love all that, yeah.
I've seen it all, but I just don't know all the names.
But
yeah.
you know, he's a situation now. He's just like a recovery thing where he's giving a bit of what everyone does now on the podcast. Do you want to reach out to people and give them their advice? And I just want a chance to, like, the guy that he played for in this Bronx Tale. I've got a story similar to his, similar to what I've just told you. It's something like the Bronx Tale. That's why I want to connect with that actor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's why I did have a chat with. I thought I'd been chatting with Ray Mancini. And, you know, I go back to a situation where he had to deal with every day. The fact of about a boxer. You know what I mean? The guy's such a nice guy. He went in there. And the things he had to deal with, the fact he's being told, you know, stigmatized that he killed someone. No. The guy knew. They're both going in there. They know the boxing well. It's dangerous. You know what I mean? But the man's, what I gathered about Ray Mancini, he's just a passionate, caring man who only wants to be a boxer to emulate his dad. You know what I mean? And I think that's brilliant. But now you know, I love to meet him because he can offer so much to me. I got chatting with him. I'll be on the mend in other ways. Thing is, I'm mending by the company I'm with. I don't need doctors. You know what I mean? I don't want to waste their time. I'd rather have real people.
Exactly.
That's me medicine. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I like to talk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's why I wish Wildman would have been here. He's the realest person ever. Yeah.
Sounds like a good fella.
Yeah, definitely. Have you had any movie offers then, like Pirates of the Caribbean?
I'm sure there was something like so much has gone on, Shaun, through this dance, and I've had all kind of things.
Suggested and
Yeah.
put to you and that.
You just don't take it on, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just dealing with whatever I'm dealing with, so I can't be taken in by, like, America's Got Talent and all these Tingo shows, you know what I mean? Simon Cowell and that, and I have my own thing. To get to Vegas and get my dad's name in lights and that, yeah.
Yeah.
Besides that, now I'm connected with a band. I've got a part in a script in a movie.
Well,
That
it's
sounds
written
great.
about you, you know, specifically, you know, and I did, you know, I witnessed that, and it's all down.
But
in the
that's
script.
When do you think the public could get to see this?
Well, it's just I've got the script. I've just directed a little documentary with the Smithdown Road writers with Paul Womack and everyone, and that's been really well received. So that's sort of like my first directorial role there, writing it and directing it. So we've got access to a camera. We could do like a low budget guerrilla version of it. Sometimes you can do that, and then someone will pick it up and do, you know, the Hollywood version, which is, you know,
Imagine that.
we're mixed thinking about. But for me, I just wanted to write, do a documentary about Mick and about, you know, how inspired he is, and that, you know, where he reaches that higher power when he's dancing.
Yeah.
And I've seen it and I've witnessed it, and it's awesome. And the energy that he gives off, it's like shamanistic, and you know that's what the script's about. And we could easily do that. You know, we could easily do that documentary on a very low budget. We've got is it a blackjack camera? We've got another camera that's, you know, you can use it. You know, you could sell it to Netflix. We've got a camera that they use. So it's doable. And we've got the script, we've got him, we've got the legs, we've got the camera, we've got the locations. You know, I'm going to approach the Mersey Film Office and other people. You know, maybe Hurricane Pictures. I know Sal Papadopoulos, I've worked with them before. My mate Jim Marquand, he's another, you know, he got the funding together for Dead Man's Cards with a group of Liverpool businessmen. So,
Yeah.
you know, we've done it before.
So
And,
See that? Look, sounds great. That.
we're going to actually have you dancing here now, if that's okay. But for all the people watching this, then, what would you just like to say to them before we have you to bust out?
There's a lot more to come with electrifying Lecky legs, you know what I mean? I'm ready to smash everything, you know what I mean? Hey, Cool and Luke, my dad threw it in me, I'm going to smash everything. I'm ready. Movies, the works, whatever, Hollywood. Hey, I come down on that one. I'm ready anyway to take any opportunities of anything. I'm like an octopus.
Ow!
Octopus.
So let us know in the comments what you thought about this. Stay tuned for the dance. Like I said, we're going to put all these gentlemen's links in the description box, so please support their work. They've come in here today. You've really bought your soul. You've got an amazing value system. You know, I just wish Wildman had been here because you guys would have just related so well. But yeah, so if you've enjoyed this, please support the work of all these guys. The links will be down there in the description box.
Get on the ice cream robots, the hottest band ever. Hey.
Get ready for the dance coming up now. Thanks very much, fellas.